Jadon Sancho on the attack for us, could cross this one in. Decent ball played in, and Marco Reus has just done that. Are you kidding me, guys? Marco Reus with a bicycle kick. Axel Witsel now. I see Reus in open space. Here goes Marco Reus, gets the shots off, and oh my days, we've scored. Marco Reus scores against Bayern Munich, and what an important goal this is. Hey guys, how's it going? It is S2G and welcome back to another episode of the Borussia Dortmund Career Mode series. Another Champions League quarter-final game in today's episode, the second leg against Bayern Munich. And this time, we do have an advantage, 2-1 going into that second leg at home. Imagine knocking out Bayern in front of the Dortmund fans. That'll be unbelievable. It'll be a tough challenge, beating Bayern Munich at the Signal Iduna Park, but you know what, we're up for it. We've played really well up until this point. Let's get past Bayern Munich and progress on to the semi-finals. You know what, if results go our way, we might just be able to win the Bundesliga in today's episode. We've got a big game though against Schalke, who are 7th in the league, but apart from that, games against Mainz and Freiburg are definitely winnable games. Imagine if we are able to win the league against Schalke. That'll be tremendous, winning the Bundesliga in a game against your rivals. That'll be one hell of a moment for the club, so hoping we can do that in today's episode. But all in all, there should be some exciting gameplay for you guys to watch in today's episode, and if you guys are hyped, make sure to show your support by dropping a like in the video. That would be awesome. And if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 19 career mode content. I know guys, I was supposed to upload this video yesterday, but I had a really sore throat and I thought, you know what, it's a Sunday, we've got great games of football going on, let's just take a day off. So I did exactly that, but now I'm fine. Let's get back into some action with Borussia Dortmund. Press conference time, and if you guys want to get involved, make sure to drop in your questions down in the comment section below, and let's get this one underway. Put Sancho on penalties and corners to help the objectives, and you know what, I'm doing exactly that. So we already put Sancho on corners, which has really helped him, and I've now given him the penalty taking duty as well. We anyway don't score our penalties most of the time, so it doesn't really make a difference. Jadon Sancho has got 59 penalties, so I don't know how him taking penalties is going to really help us, but we'll see what happens, and hopefully this can help us complete that objective. Now this one is definitely an interesting question, and I do need your feedback on this. Will you play Ultimate Team? It would be fun to see a FUT upload every weekend. Now this completely depends on if you guys want it. I do have some decent ideas for an Ultimate Team series, and by the way, this is right now on your screen that you can see my Ultimate Team. It's actually pretty incredible. I'm thinking about maybe doing an Ultimate Team series around Ousmane Dembele, maybe something like Dembele to Glory or something. That could be epic, guys. Just bringing back some Barcelona content on the channel through Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys, down in the comment section. Could be, a fun series to do every other day, or every 4-5 days or something like that. Next question, where is the Liverpool career mode? You promised that you will upload one Liverpool video every weekend, so we will see the max potential of Insua and Ujovic. It's coming, guys. This weekend we'll be starting off a brand new series involving Insua, Petar Ujovic, and maybe a few new stars from the academy. It's going to be a youth academy only career mode series, and it's going to be epic, guys. Insua, Petar Ujovic, all channel favorites returning, and it's going to be so much fun. So this Saturday or Sunday, we're going to be starting that brand new series. You guys will find out more about it as I do upload that episode this weekend. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. But that's it for the press conference. Let's move on. No surprises at all once again, as Marco Reus ends up winning the Player of the Episode award. I mean, he scored a bicycle kick against Bayern Munich and then scored once again against them in the Champions League as well. He was just balling out in that last episode. So there you go, Marco Reus wins the Player of the Episode award. I think we've got about 3 episodes left to end off the season with Borussia Dortmund, which means we need to start stepping up and getting the job done with our season goals. Otherwise, we'll need to do a forfeit come next season. So the Yellow Wall Challenge, hopefully we can, get a few clean sheets in today's episode to help our objective. And of course, we need Jadon Sancho to step up now. He's taking penalties as well. Again, I've basically given up on the dead ball specialist challenge, but Jadon Sancho, I'm hoping he steps up. Our first team just isn't fit after that grueling game against Bayern Munich, so we're going to be using our second team in this one against Mainz. They are 12th in the league, not really doing well. probably could get relegated, who knows, but we're going to be simulating this one against them and hopefully we can pick up a clean sheet. Okay, not bad. We get the win against Mainz, 2-1. Goetze and Martinez getting the goals. Unfortunately, no clean sheet. That's a bit disappointing, but 3 points in the bag. Have a look at this, guys. Jadon Sancho now has 14 goal contributions, which means I think he assisted one of the goals in that game that we simmed against Mainz, so that is incredible. That now really helps us with our objective. Well, guys, this is it. We face Bayern Munich in the Champions League now, quarterfinals, second leg. Can we get ourselves to the semi-finals to potentially face a Barcelona, Real Madrid, or maybe an Atletico Madrid? That'll be just amazing if we can get there. But first, we need to get past Bayern Munich. The first leg went really good for us, beating them 2-1. But man, we still have so much to do now in this second leg. It's going to be a tremendous challenge. Let's get right into it. This is a bit frustrating. Sancho's stamina is really low right now. I think because he was used in that game against Mainz. I'm still going to start him. I'll probably bring him off about the 60th minute or so. But hopefully he can contribute before then. So this is the team that I've gone for this one against Bayern. Basically my strongest team. Alcacer, Depay, Delaney, Witsel all in the lineup. And it's time, guys, to face Bayern Munich, a Der Klassiker in the Champions League, to decide who goes through to the semi-finals. It kind of feels like we play Bayern Munich like in every single episode. We're now facing them for the third time in this month, which is actually insane. But there you go, Der Klassiker once again. Let's get right into it. But first, let's take a look at Bayern's team. Okay, Bayern Munich still have a very strong bench, Hummels, Rodriguez, but I cannot see any difference in their first 11. Like, literally no difference at all. Renato Sanchez coming in. That's a big change, I guess. So that is Bayern's team. It's still very strong, but we have the advantage. Oh, hello. We've got a free kick from 35 yards out. Why not try this one with Memphis Depay? It's a good free kick. And Neuer forced to make a ridiculously good save. Depay with a stunning attempt. Oh, here's Jadon Sancho on the attack now. Could cross this one to Paco Alcacer. Gets the shots off, and oh my god, how has Manuel Neuer saved that? Is Manuel Neuer now back to his usual self? Because that was an unbelievable save. Paco really should have scored that. That would have been an assist as well for Sancho. But oh well, an opportunity wasted. Oh, here's Paco now. We are somehow in this position. Paco turns, shoots. Oh my god, Paco Alcacer has just scored a finesse shot from that angle. This guy is something, just something else. That's the best way to put it. Paco Alcacer, our top scorer this season, has scored once again against Bayern Munich. He scored now in every single game we've played against Bayern in this month, which is insane. So he scored in like 3 consecutive games against them, beating Manuel Neuer, who seemed to be in inspired form. That was a tremendous goal from Paco Alcacer. Probably one of the best goals he scored for us. I mean, finesse shot from that angle, and you guys know how difficult finesse shots are these days in FIFA. But what a goal from Paco Alcacer. He scores his 6th goal in the Champions League, and now we lead 3-1 on aggregate. Witsel in behind to Jadon Sancho. I think he is onside. Here goes Sancho. Cuts this one to Marco Reus, and Marco Reus makes it too. Bayern Munich are crumbling against Borussia Dortmund. They've been awful in the Bundesliga. We've been much better than them in the league, and that's showing now in the Champions League as well. We are at a different level to Bayern Munich, at least this season. Jadon Sancho gets his 15th goal contribution, and Marco Reus with yet another goal. 4-1 advantage right now for us. Could it be all over for Bayern? It certainly feels like it. I mean, coming back from a 4-1 deficit is not easy in the Champions League. Finds Paco Alcacer. Back to Reus. Could we be scoring another goal in this one? It's actually unbelievable. We are leading 3-0 against Bayern in a Champions League quarterfinals. What's going on with Bayern? They've been awful in the league, and it continues to be the same case in the Champions League as well. They fought with us really well in that first leg, but now it's just getting embarrassing for them. I mean, the Dortmund fans will certainly enjoy this result, but it seems like the tie is done and dusted before half-time itself. Marco Reus now scoring a brace against Bayern. It's actually been embarrassing this first half for Bayern. I mean, we've outplayed them in like every department, defensively, midfield, and going forward as well. 3-0. It's actually embarrassing. Let's see what they do in the second half, but you know what? I feel like we're already through to the semi-finals. Still Marco Reus. Another cross played in. Witsel with the header, and it's off the crossbar. Paco Alcacer again with the header, and this time Neuer gets it away. This is actually just embarrassing for Bayern. They just cannot compete with us. Making a couple of changes for the rest of this one. On comes Dahoud and of course Christian Pulisic. And there you go, guys. We are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Absolutely brilliant, guys. My goal at the start of this career mode was to try and get to the semi-finals of this competition. And we've achieved that, guys. Now, anything upwards of this is literally a bonus, but what a performance from Borussia Dortmund. This actually gives me confidence that maybe if we get a bit of luck in this competition, we could actually go on and win it. Who knows, man? Who freaking knows? But again, what a game. We absolutely humiliated this Bayern team. 5-1 on aggregate. That's insane. And there you go. We've made it to the semi-finals. Time to find out who we'll be facing. So it's Dortmund, Spurs, Real Madrid, who have gone through now on away goals against City, and Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals. How on earth did Barcelona get knocked out by Spurs? Like, what's going on? Barcelona yet again getting knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League in this series. So anyways, time to find out who it's going to be in the semi-finals. I'm kind of hoping it's Spurs because Atleti and Madrid are going to be really difficult. Let's find out. It is Spurs, guys. We have the luck, guys. We can actually get to the finals of the Champions League. Spurs, I guess we'll be favourites for this tie. It's going to be insane, guys. Dortmund versus Spurs and a Madrid derby in the Champions League semi-finals. Who are we going to face, guys, in the finals? We could actually end up winning the Champions League this season. Because against Spurs, we are favourites. And in the finals, it's a one-off game. Anything can happen. Oh man, the Champions League is now getting super interesting. Okay, I might have underestimated Spurs because they are competing at the top of the Premier League with Man City and Liverpool for the Premier League title. They are just a point off City with the same amount of games played. So who knows who's going to win the Premier League. So it might not be easy against Spurs. In fact, it isn't going to be. We know they've got some ballers in there. Time to now focus on the Bundesliga. We've got Freiburg and then Schalke. Games that could be tricky. And again, if Bayern Munich drop points and we win all our games, we could end up as Bundesliga champions in today's episode, which will be awesome. So I'm hoping for that. And also, I want to try and keep clean sheets in these two games because that'll help us with our objectives. Unfortunately, it seems like Rashford is in the driving seat for the Golden Boot award. He's got 16 goals. Rice and Alcacer need a few more goals and hopefully they'll get it. But you know what? Even if they don't win the Golden Boot and we win the Bundesliga, that's more than enough for me. Assist-wise though, Marco Reus and Jadon Sancho are on another level. Look at that. 10 assists from Reus and 9 from Sancho. We actually have about a week's gap between this and the Schalke game, so I'm going to be using most of my first team players like Reus, Depay and all. I have rested a few like Alcacer for Martinez, and also Dahoud comes into the lineup. He's now 83 rated. That's the team we're going for. Let's get all 3 points. Here we go forward now. It is Memphis Depay on the attack. Cuts this one to Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho gets the shots off and misses. Another opportunity wasted for the young Englishman. Again, we need him to score or assist to try and help us complete that objective. But, you know, to be fair to him, this was a tough chance. It is now Memphis Depay. Gets past one. Finds Martinez. Crossing this one into Sancho. Controls it well. Cuts it back. And how has the defender managed to block that? That would have been an easy assist for, of course, Sancho. What a chance this could be for him. Finds Martinez. Back to Sancho. Lays this one off to Witsel. Gets the shots off. Keeper makes the save. And Marco Reus once again with a bicycle kick. But this time it goes wide. I mean, this guy loves scoring these kind of goals, man. He did it against Bayern. But, well, it was offside anyways. But again, a fabulous attempt from Reus. I've brought on Paco Alcacer for this second half because we need goals. And you guys know Paco Alcacer is goals. Here's Hakimi now. Finds Witsel, inside to Marco Reus, turns his man brilliantly, and there you go. Marco Reus opens up the game. 1-0 Borussia Dortmund against Freiburg. The important thing now is to keep the clean sheet. We cannot afford to concede goals. Great finish though from Marco Reus after some neat build-up play. 1-0 up against Freiburg. This is not good at all. Great cross played in. Akanji gets it away. The header is wide. Freiburg are putting quite a bit of pressure on us, at least in these last few minutes, so we've got to be careful again. If we lose out on a clean sheet in such a game, we might actually fail that objective. Paco, Marco Reus, back to Paco. Paco back to Reus. What a chance this is for Marco Reus, and he ain't gonna miss from there. Marco Reus with a brace in this one. The link-up play between Reus and Paco there was just superb to watch, and there you go. Reus with another 2 goals. He might actually end up winning the Golden Boot. Who knows? But Borussia Dortmund now lead 2-0. And this game is pretty much done, and it looks like we're going to be taking all 3 points home. And that is that for this one. We get the clean sheet, we get the 3 points, and we march towards the Bundesliga title. Great performance from Marco Reus, bagging a couple more goals now. Absolutely stunning display from him. Paco Alcacer as well off the bench, performed well. And all in all, solid result. And next week now we've got Schalke in the Riviera Derby in a game where we potentially could end up as Bundesliga champions. In other news, Memphis Depay still hasn't scored for us in a long time. It's been 8 games since Memphis Depay actually scored for Borussia Dortmund. He's doubting his own abilities, which is actually insane, and I'm really hoping he can deliver. We've got Schalke up next. Perfect game for Memphis Depay to win the fans back and, perform for us. Actually incredible that Memphis still has 13 goals this season, even after basically going 8 games without scoring. So credit to him for, doing that, I suppose. Okay guys, we might be able to wrap up the Bundesliga in today's episode itself. We face Schalke, we beat them, and Bayern Munich drop points against Nürnberg. We could end up winning the league at home against our rival Schalke, which will be absolutely amazing. But I doubt Bayern will drop points against Nürnberg because they're in the relegation zone. But you know what? Anything can happen. So let's get right into this one against Schalke. It is Dortmund versus Schalke, the Riviera Derby, and I'm going with basically my strongest 11. Memphis starts, Alcacer starts, Reus starts, Sancho as well, Witsel, Delaney, Diallo, Akanji all starting. That's basically my team. Let's get the win. If I'm not wrong, the first time we faced Schalke in this series, we got smashed by them. So this is a good opportunity for us to get revenge and win the league against them. It's Konoplyanka. Come on. Oh, that's a good cross. What? What did Berkey just do there? He didn't even move. Why didn't he move towards the ball? We literally gifted Schalke a goal there. What on earth was Berkey doing? Like, have a look at this. He moved away. My good God, guys. That's such a shit goal to concede. Schalke have taken the lead and they could be ruining the party here. Marco Reus finds Sancho. Oh my God, was that embarrassing. We need to score goals or get assists with Sancho, and he's out here doing that. I mean, at least keep it on target. Oh no, Konoplyanka finds Caligiuri, and my God, is it happening again? Are we going to lose to Schalke once again? They are now leading 2-0 against us. This is actually embarrassing. Could Schalke end up doing the league double over us? Surely not. Axel Witsel now out wide to Jadon Sancho. He's in a great position now. Sancho shoots and off the post. Come on. That would have got us back in the game. Jadon Sancho did really well there. Here we go, Delaney. That's a brilliant pass into Memphis Depay. Memphis, not the best of touches, but he still has hold of the ball. Depay whipping in a brilliant cross to Paco Alcacer. How has Farman saved that? It's half time, but we should be 2-all. We've had the chances, but we've wasted them. Paco, you normally score those. What happened there? Finds Reus. Out wide to Memphis Depay. Back to Marco Reus. Reus opens up some space, shoots, but it's off Paco Alcacer. My own players are blocking me from scoring. What am I supposed to do? Marco Reus now out wide to Jadon Sancho. We've now caught Schalke on a counter-attack. Here's Jadon Sancho. We know he's got the pace. Sancho cuts this one back. There we go, guys. Memphis Depay finally breaks his duck, and we are back in it with about 30 minutes to go. Can we pull off yet another insane comeback? Jadon Sancho gets himself another assist now, and I think he's on 16 goal contributions, which is great. But also, it's really good to see Depay scoring because we need him to be on top form, because now we've got some important games coming up. Well, there you go, guys. Schalke have done the league double over us, which is honestly embarrassing, but it is what it is. We've now lost them twice. And, they're only delaying the inevitable, though, because I feel like we're going to win the Bundesliga this season. But, man, I'm still disappointed that we couldn't beat Schalke even once this season. It's honestly embarrassing considering they're our rivals. But, oh well, we've got big games coming up. We cannot let this affect us. Now, this annoys me even more, guys, as Bayern did drop points against Nürnberg, which means we would have been champions of Germany, guys, if we would have beaten Schalke. That's frustrating. And now we've also allowed Schalke a spot in the top 4. That's frustrating. But anyways, I still feel we're going to wrap up the Bundesliga very soon. We just need like one more point, and that's it. Mathematically, it's impossible for Bayern Munich to, catch up to us. But of course, next episode, it is all about this Champions League game against Spurs. The first game has already been played, and Real Madrid have beaten Atleti. So, again, we could be seeing Madrid in the Champions League final. But next episode's going to be insane. Spurs twice. We've got Werder Bremen as well. Gonna be a mad episode. We've actually made real good progress with our season goals in today's episode. Now just a couple of clean sheets needed. We've got 3 games left, so it is possible. We've got to get the job done, guys. We've got to be strong defensively in our remaining Bundesliga games. And also, Jadon Sancho is on 16 goal contributions for his objective, so that is pretty awesome, which means 4 more and we are done with that objective. We'll have completed 3 and that's it. We don't have to do the forfeit, so I'm hoping in the remaining games Jadon Sancho can step up and win us, a few games and complete the objective. Before we end off the episode, time for you guys to vote for your player of the episode. Jadon Sancho gets himself nominated for this one. 3 goal contributions from him, all of them being assists, and he was really good in this episode. Really impactful in the final third, whipping in some good balls. And your second nominee is going to be our captain, Super Marco Reus, once again delivering the goods for us against Bayern. He was superb. So you guys can click the I button on the top right of your screen to vote for either Reus or, of course, Jadon Sancho. And that is it for today's episode. Just a couple of episodes left for us to finish off Season 1 with Borussia Dortmund. But can we end up as both Bundesliga and Champions League winners? That is the question that remains. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode. And if you guys have, I'd really appreciate you guys dropping a like on the video. That really helps the channel. And if you're watching my content for the very first time, do subscribe for more FIFA 19 career mode content. And I shall see you guys next time.